Greetings and salutations to you people of the interwebs. So recently I've been really getting into these things. The top of the things lost a bit, but this is what we call a box of Transformers Blockees. Now Transformers Blockees are basically little tiny model kits, more complicated than a Lego minifigure, not as complex as a Gundam. We'll get into it. We'll show you the kind of anatomy of a Blockee. This is what a standard one may look like. This is Skywarp, is a Blockee. See, it's a non-transforming figure that looks like a nice passable cutesy representation of a well-known Transformers character. So we're going to get into these now. So we're going to. This is a blind box. There's normally 9 here. I've had 1 out of it, and we're going to get in. There's a few of these that if we open them, then we're going to open another box because they won't be a standard figure, as it were, because they've kind of branched out a bit in this wave, where they're using some extra special. Not extra special, but they've started using different parts that kind of make it not a standard build. There's a standard build and there's more complex or slightly different builds. So what you get in your blind bag, you get 1 bag, 2 bags. That's seeming like a heavy bag. This might be a non-standard one, and some instructions. So in your first bag, your standard bag, most things come with, we kind of know what this is going to be. We're going to be okay. We're going to be able to demonstrate with this. You get 3 sprues and a stand. Now on these sprues, there's a shoulder joint, and these 2 joints you have to put together. That will be knees and elbows. So you get those, and you also get 2 sets of hands. 1 fisted closing, 1 borders dude gesturing hand. So what we're going to do is first off we're going to start off by building these hinges. We don't even need to get into what the character is. We'll save that excitement for later on, shall we? So I'm going to need to build these hinges. So you just clip them off. There's no need for any kind of special equipment. You could make it a little bit neater if you used a pair of clippers, but for the most part, you don't need them. So you push these together, like so. I didn't describe that very well. You probably can't see because of my big old fingers. But so you push them together to make a joint, and that is a hinge, which will come in later. So you get 2 of them on each sprue. So with that, and then you get this shoulder joint, which we're just going to put to the side, and then you also get a little paddle insignia thing that the characters can hold, or you could put in a base, but it's a Decepticon on one side, Autobot on the other, which is alright, but obviously it's in coloured plastic and not painted, so they're not the best. And you end up, because you get 2 per Blockee, you end up with a ton of them that you don't know what to do with, because I don't even know what to do with 1 of them, let alone see, 18. How many I've got? I've got probably about. Is this series 3 or 4? This will be series 4. So 9, 18, 27. Yeah, I've probably got 60 odd of these little signals now. So I don't know what to do with them. Anyway. We're building joints. We know what to do with the joints. Clip the joints together. So, you know, this is what I quite like about them. I quite like getting involved and having a little... This is something that I built, even though it's not, you know, it's not groundbreaking in its design. It's not like a particularly... It's not a hard build, but it's a therapeutic build, I'd say. And he doesn't like Transformers. I know we prefer our Transformers to transform, but more and more now, I see them as a cast of characters that are in this universe that I like. I don't really... If I bought a Spider-Man figure, I wouldn't expect it to stick to walls or shoot webs. If I bought an Iron Man figure, I wouldn't expect it to fly or, you know, shoot off blasts. But, you know, every Transformer figure needs to transform, apparently. It doesn't. It's a universe. It's the characters. So, we're going to open this up. So this is the main meat and potatoes. Got a nice bag of plastic crap right here. So, oh my, got a lot of stuff. Empty, empty, empty. That's a foot. What we've got here, it'll have a little disc. It'll show you us what characters on there. Scrapper. I've never done anything with any of the QR codes. Maybe we'll have a go at some other point. But yeah, we're going to be making Scrapper today. So Series 2 and Series 3 had 2 Constructicons in each, and this Series 4 also has 2 Constructicons. So with that, we'll now be finished with our Constructicons. So that's quite exciting. So, core parts. Every Blockee has a torso joint. And so what we do with the torsos is we add these shoulder bits that we made. These shoulder bits we plucked off the sprue and we put them on there. So we have that. Now, everyone will also have somewhere in this pile, they will have a groin piece, like so. You see, it's got 2 ball joints, 2 holes. Now, it also have 2 of these, so these are crotch plates, or there might be a bum plate. It's got this one doesn't have any printing on it, so and this one also has no printing on it. So Scrapper doesn't care what's his bum and what's his crotch. Some figures do, because they'll have printing on details. It'll show a front on it. A front, you know, they show the robot's groin on it. But if they've not got a very distinctive groin, then they're not going to put any printing on it. Okay, let's not go south on this. So yeah, then we have this is a leg joint, a part of a leg joint. You can see it's got a hole there, a hole there. Now then, in amongst the stuff in the second package, we'll get these little clear plastic ball joints on a rod. Now these will go here. So one goes here in a leg joint. We'll find the other leg joint. We'll find another plastic rod. Plastic little ball joint thing. We'll go here. Like so. And also we forgot when we were doing the torso, also one goes into that neck joint there. Stick that in. Oof. Now you see, this is one of the tricks they play with you is on the Blockees is they all look standard, but some of them might have slightly longer neck joints than others. So the head will sit further up, and the torso, so they'll have a bigger chest pieces. So they'll actually give them an illusion of height. They also do this in the leg area, where they've got this leg size, but some of them might have a slightly larger leg, so it'll increase the size of the figure. Now, this hole here, we stick one of the hinges, like so. And again, so this will be the robot's knee. And because that looks like a pretty abysmal leg, we will then take the shin piece, there's a shin piece here, and clip that into place. As you can see, especially just for Scrapper, there is a peg there, and there's some wheels, so we'll peg a wheel on there to make his leg. Again, as MGO would say, second verse, same as the first. Peg that together, get a wheel. You're really tired of this, are you? And plug that in. And so there we have his legs. His feet are often quite standard, so that's a very standard foot for a Blockee. Doing that, plug that into the ball joint. I mean, it's clear plastic, but it doesn't feel like it's, the clear plastic. It feels like, because it's thick, it feels like sturdy plastic. I don't know why they're doing clear. It's just a design choice. Put the foot on the wrong way around there. I'm too busy gabbing to you guys. Just a design choice, I think. So there we have a set of legs. They all have the same thighs. So the thighs is a grey thigh. It's come in different colours, but they're all pretty much the same. So we take the thigh. We want the gap for the ball joint to be on the inside of the leg. We're deciding the inside of the leg is that side because the wheel is there. Sometimes you have to look at the instructions and go, right, which on this Transformer, because it's just printed detail, and you can sometimes, because they're very symmetrical, the legs patterns, it's like you can't decide which is the inside and which isn't. But with Scrapper, it's very obvious because of those wheels. Now then, we'll get to the arms. The arms, so this block here, we want to get that. We want to take this and plug our elbow joint in, which is the same as the knee joint. I'm going to take one of these ones. We've got a couple of shallow pegs or small pegs on there, and we want to point that there and plug that in. So you want the groove for the ball joint to be on the opposite end of this peg hole. Probably won't matter for Scrapper, but a lot of other characters will use that peg hole to plug in weapons or accessories or vehicular parts. So now we have one arm. Second verse, same as the first. We've not actually finished that arm. We'll get to that. But I'll say the same as the first. We're doing it the opposite way around. Plug in the top of the arm in first. Then we're trying to find where that bit's rolled off to. There we go. So this is just a nice little relaxing fun time. So they have these parts. These are going to be shoulders. So with this, I might actually refer to the instructions to see, because I'm not sure if they go. Let's see. I think. So they go like that, or like that. So we'll just have a quick dozy at the instructions, just to make sure we get some things the right way around. We could probably just maybe have a little look at the picture on the box where it shows us everything we can get in the range. No, it's too tiny for me to work out. So we'll have a look. And honestly, even looking at this, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Yes. So those two notches there, that's the front. So we get a tyre, we'll put that on. Then we will do the same over here. We know that the notches are at the front, like so. Make sure we're not making two left arms here. Put that in. There we have his arms. We'll put some hands in. So we'll do one fist, one gesturing hand, just to kind of show them all off. And now we get to kind of like the bigger parts. So we have the chest piece here. Well, this is definitely the chest piece, and this is the back piece. So what I'm going to do, you'll see in here there's some holes for pegs. There's two grooves, two channels, and there'll be two channels on there as well. So there's some little shallow, I keep saying I call them pegs, maybe they're runners, we don't know. But we make sure that they align. This will help with the arm articulation. I'm actually generally getting the robot together, and then plug the back and chest together. We then have his digger unit. Let's see. So there's two peg holes there, two grooves or things there that we can click in like so to place, and then let's see, we'll put the scoop up there. That seems like the right way around for the scrapper. And then what I like to do first is I like to start to assemble now. I like to put the groin piece in like so. Put the legs on, click, clickety click, put on the arms, just did a twirl so for myself really. Ta-da! And then I like to build the head last. I don't. It, you know, obviously your mileage might vary with this, but it's just how I like to see it. So some of them come with like a full-on helmet and just a face you can slide in. This guy is a 3-part head. So we've got the two sides of his head, and then we've got this red piece here, which will be his optics. So we'll plug the optics into the head there, and we will peg that around. So it means, like, you know, lots of characters that have squarish backs of head, they could use the same head and then mold a different piece for the face. So that's his head complete. And head on. And we'll weapon him up. He comes with a little pistol here as well. And that is how you build a Blocky. Like I say, I've been having a lot of fun with these. You've got, so there's a ball joint here on the head, and they feel like, because they're somewhere between a model kit and like something like a minifigure that you get from Lego, they are very playable and feel durable. Unlike some, you know, model kits that you push together, they feel like they might break on you. This feels sturdy. So there's a butterfly at the elbow. There's also a drop down and the ball joint. So he's got a lot of elbow range. There's you can move that shoulder stuff up. You've got those hinges that you built, and because it's like there's quite a deep cut there on the elbow, you can actually get quite a deep elbow bend just past 90. And he's got a ball joint for his hand. He holds onto that, or he gestures. Hello. There is a waist swivel, ball joints here, get you the full range, the Van Damme, the slits. It doesn't do the Van Damme actually. And kick out quite well. That looks quite dynamic, and a nice deep knee bend, and a ball joint at the foot. So yeah, I just find that there's something really quite dynamic about these, and really quite enjoyable, even though they are cutesy little versions. There are kind of like lots of different variety. Like I said, they're getting away with just doing these standard builds. Like for the Dinobots, you do get, for each Dinobot you get one, which is the robot mode, but then you also do another package, another one of the selection. So another one of your 9 figures that you get in a selection will be the dinosaur in Dinobot mode. So that's really quite cool. So, you know, you'll be able to kind of have those. So it's only the Dinobots that they do that, where they have, here's a robot mode and here's the alt mode. But you know, they're robot dinosaurs, so they're both technically robot modes, aren't they? Yeah. And they have, like I said, they play around with size a lot. So even though they all have the standard anatomy of the arms, the front arm, forearms, the arms, the thighs, the groin, and the chest piece, or the torso piece, by having different chest pieces and kind of length of leg pieces and stuff like that, it can make and cheat and make a character a lot bigger than the others. And also some of the mini Autobots which have slightly smaller legs and stuff like that, so they end up being smaller than a standard. You know, Scrapper's quite a standard size. Then you also get, because you know you can pull them apart and they have all those ball joints and stuff like that, you can mix and match and make some crazy combinations. Or if you just wanted to do the current look of Optimus Prime in the Skybound comics, you can do that. So that's quite cool. You can have an Optimus Prime with that, even though Megatron looks a little bit sillier with Prime's arm. Give that back to me, Prime! So I hope you've enjoyed my little journey through Blockies. The Anatomy of a Blockie by Bisto Yeti. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes, and because you deserve it, Bisto! Fisto!